What's going on, everybody? So today's video is over my top 10 favorite budget Zoas. Now there are a ton of different Zoas on the market currently, and some go for outrageous prices. Now you don't have to pay these outrageous prices to get some beautiful looking Zoas, and that's where this list comes into play. So I'll be basing this list on three categories. The first category is it has to be a beautiful looking Zoa. The second category is it has to be budget friendly. So around a $20 price range per frag of Zoa, not per pollet, but per frag. And the third being easily accessible, whether that is online, your local retailer, or other hobbyists nearby. Now I will say if you look up some of these Zoas online, you might see some hefty price tags on a few of these. I say that's completely unnecessary to buy from there. All these corals are very easily found throughout the hobby. So if you do have a local club, I would suggest posting on there, and I guarantee you'll find these Zoas. If not, there are plenty other merchants, smaller merchants online that do carry these Zoas at that $20 price range. Now without further ado, let's get into the video. Thank you for watching. All right, so I did say my top 10 favorite Zoas, but there was two orange ones that I couldn't choose between, so I went ahead and added them both. So this is my top 11. The first being the orange oxide Zoas. Now this is a beautiful Zoa. It's absolutely stunning in your tank. It's going to be one of the most bright Zoas you have. It's not too colorful. It's just orange and purple, but those two contrasting colors look absolutely amazing, especially if you're putting them in a Zoa garden. And I got mine for around $10 a frag. They grow like weeds, so the guy was basically giving them away. So this makes an awesome first budget coral. For the next orange Zoa I couldn't choose between are these stunning Bam Bam Zoas. Now these are a beautiful orange coral you can add to your aquarium. They look great in a Zoa garden. They're going to stand out with that orange skirt that goes to purple and then a deep red in the center. Now these are another one that grow like weeds, and you'll find plenty of people in your local area that are trying to get rid of them. And around my local area, all the stores have this Zoa in particularly. So I do see it often, but it's another great one to add to your collection, and it'll look absolutely beautiful in your Zoa garden. Up next, we have the scrambled egg Zoas. Now this is a beautiful yellow coral, and yellow corals are pretty tough to come by in this hobby. So here's a beautiful example of a yellow coral. Now it's got that yellow skirt with a deep blue center. Now this picture doesn't do justice on how blue that center is on these Zoas. And I can't believe that this Zoa is around that $20 price range, but it is. They are very popular in the hobby. They used to be a lot more expensive back in the day, but they grow so easily and they're easy to keep. So plenty of people have them now. You shouldn't have any problems finding this Zoa at all. Up next in our top 10 budget Zoas is one of my favorites, and that is the Eagle Eye Zoa. Now this has got a beautiful contrast of colors with the yellow skirt that goes to purple with the bright red center. It looks absolutely amazing. It is definitely an eye-catching Zoa. Anytime someone's by my tank, they're always pointing out this Zoa, asking questions about it. So this is going to make a great addition to your reef tank. Up next, we have the Blue Hornet Zoa. Now this is another eye-catching Zoa. The picture might not do it justice like previous Zoas, but I'm telling you in person, this is definitely one of the most beautiful looking Zoas you'll see. It's got that hornet pattern. Now, there are different colors of hornet Zoas. This just happens to be my favorite. They all have that same pattern to them. They just have different colors. This is another awesome addition to your reef tank. Next up is a classic Zoa. That is going to be the Rasta Zoa. Now this Zoa has been in the hobby for a long time, and it seems like everybody has this Zoa in their reef tank at some point in time. It is another beautiful looking Zoa. It's got that rainbow pattern to it. This is one that everybody is drawn to. It's one that got me into Zoas. I couldn't believe this color pattern was available in a coral, and here it is at such a cheap price. Again, another great addition to your tank. For our next Zoa, we have the Daisy Cutter. Now this coral obviously gets its name because it looks like a daisy flower, but it is one of the most unique looking corals out there. It has that white color to it, and you just don't see that in many Zoas. So it's another great addition to your tank. I plan on having this Zoa in every tank I have. It's just such a unique Zoa that really stands out. Next up in our top 10 budget Zoas is going to be the Blow Pop Zoa. Now, of all the Zoas on this list, this one might be the hardest to find. For whatever reason, it keeps that low price point, which is awesome for us because it's absolutely stunning looking Zoa. It's got that blue color, which is not the easiest to find, that lighter blue color in a Zoa. And here's a beautiful example of one. It's also got green and a orange center. So another great addition to your Zoa garden or just a standalone Zoa in your reef tank. Next up, we have the Gatorade Zoas. Here's another gorgeous Zoa that is a budget-friendly Zoa. I can't believe that it's around that $20 price range, but it is. You will find this Zoa everywhere. They're in all my local stores, so I'm assuming they're in your local stores as well. They're all over online, and they're in a bunch of people's tanks near me, and I'm sure near you as well. So here's another great addition to your reef tank. One unique thing about these Zoas is the skirts or the lashes are longer than most Zoas. So that's another unique feature that'll really make them stand out. So especially if you are making a Zoa garden, this is one that does have a unique feature that other Zoas don't have, and it's one I think you should pick up. Next on our list is the Fire and Ice Zoa. This is another unique coral. You won't find this color pattern too much with the red skirt and blue center. It gets its name from the red skirt being fire, the blue center being ice, and together they make a very beautiful looking Zoa. Now this is one Zoa I can't find in my local area, but I jumped online and they are at most retailers. Pretty easy to find and in that budget-friendly zone. This one might run you a little higher than $20, but if you look hard enough, I think you'll be able to find this Zoa for around that $20 price range. Last on our top 10 budget-friendly Zoas is going to be the Fruit Loop Zoa. Here's another classic Zoa that has stood the test of time. It's been around the hobby for a long, long time, and it's one of the most beautiful looking Zoas on the market. It's my favorite Zoa, and to make things even better, it is around that $20 price tag. So this is a must add to your reef tank. I suggest putting this one above all the other ones in your reef tank. I'm a little biased. This is my favorite Zoa. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the list. If you have your own list, please leave it down in the comments. If you have any questions for me, leave those down in the comments. I'd like to get a discussion over some other Zoas that I left off this list. And I will be doing a list over my top 10 favorite Zoas in general. So if you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.